Jay find themselves in the workshop this week as they discuss another fantastic service offering from the Pro Shop.
Whew, what a great shot. I can stand here and hit golf balls all day long, high, low, draw, fade, whatever, since I got my club's spine aligned. What is that, you may ask? How about you go and listen to PJ and Cruzy? They'll tell you a little bit more about what that is all about.
Thanks, Bells. Now, today we're talking about spining. Now, spining, people, lots of people say it's a gimmick. Trust me, it is not a gimmick. That's why I've got our techie here with us, and he always helps me with my spining of my own golf clubs. You're always here helping me. Thanks for joining me, PJ.
Thank you, Chris.
Show the people just how we go through the whole process, and me, I love my clubs to be spot on.
You guys might be asking yourself, what is a spine? Think of it this way. When a steel shaft gets made, it's a flat piece of steel. It's a sheet. It gets wrapped around the mandrel. To join it, they've got to obviously plasma weld it. It is that weld or that ridge that we are looking for here. That ridge faces forward in the golf club. For the viewers at home, it obviously sounds all intimidating. So let's show you guys how easy this is. So basically we put it down through there, put the ball bearing on the top here. Now, Cruzy, as you are well aware, I can already see that bouncing. So you can actually see how that shaft starts moving there, guys. Make it a bit easier, Cruzy, let's mark it there with a bit of masking tape for them. So now, put a bit of pressure. You can actually see it bounces quite severely from there back to this point. So now, guys, it's quite simple. I do that, no pressure on it. It seems all good and well. Yet if I apply a little bit of pressure, can you see that? Just pull it. You can actually see how that shaft starts rotating back into that position. And that's where the spine went. So basically, you would now insert the shaft and make sure that that line that we have found is sitting at the 9 o'clock position. Most guys out there will go, well, I hit my 7-iron great or I hit my 5-iron great, and I don't know why. That shaft most likely is spined, whereas the rest of your set isn't, and that's giving you that consistent kick, that consistent feedback.
A lot of people actually ask me, is it the same thing in a graphite shaft and in a steel shaft?
Exactly the same principle. Even though graphite shaft is weaved and not wrapped around the mandrel to an extent, there will be exactly the same thing. And let's run through this quickly. I mean, I think this one will actually show us a bigger spine faster than what the steel showed us. So if we run through this, oh, that's massive.
That's a strong spine. I actually would love to mark this so that we can actually just show the viewer how strong that spine is. And you can see it kicking back.
That is absolutely a massive spine. Look at that. As soon as so that spine would be running, ironically, right in this case, exactly on the top line where that artwork is, which isn't always the case. I mean, if I do that, you can immediately see as soon as it hits that spine, it just wants to move.
That one kicks quite heavily back.
And it's ironic, you know, you've got a steel shaft and you've got a graphite, but the graphite is kicking a hell of a lot more. Yet, in play, the steel will make a bigger effect in your game than what the graphite would.
Come down to the Pro Shop, come and spend a bit of time here, and yes, it is for the better player, and yes, it's going to take a bit of time, and yes, there is a cost involved to it. But if you take all those things into consideration, it will make you a better player.